welcome to our YouTube channel. For those of you that have been following us on our YouTube channel, our Camino experience, thank you for all your comments and questions. It has been almost 3 months, it will be in a couple of weeks, that we returned from our Camino de Santiago de Compostela. As most of you know, we did only a short version of it because we only had Easter break to do our Camino. So we started in Jacobeo and we finished in Santiago de Compostela. I did a retrospect of the Camino like a week or two after we had returned. But since it's been a while now, I just wanted to bring you up to date of what's been happening. And I've been watching a lot of videos from people, pilgrims that have done the Camino, and they all pretty much say the same thing when they come back. It's the re-entry back into our daily routine that everybody seems to have a little bit of a hard time adjusting to the way things were before we left. And more than anything, I keep repeating pilgrim after pilgrim, that they have this deep desire to keep on walking, and that they have a hard time just staying still. And obviously a lot of us have work that require us either to sit behind a desk all day, or in my case I teach, so I'm walking or standing in the classroom, but it's not the same. I will tell you that my thoughts constantly go back to the Camino. It doesn't matter what I'm doing. It could be I'm doing dishes, it could be preparing a meal, it could be I'm driving. All these thoughts come flashing in and out from the experiences of the Camino that Maricelita and I shared. And even if it's for a brief moment, it brings me tremendous happiness and peace. But at the same time, I yearn to be back on the Camino. I really can't explain it, and I think there was a girl that I watched last night, her video, and she pretty much summed it up that it's an interior calling, something bigger than we can explain, that's calling us to the Camino. So what do we try to do? Some pilgrims say that they try to incorporate what they learned in the Camino in their everyday life. I'm trying to do that too. I'm trying to walk every day around my neighborhood. Obviously, it's not the same. Those of you that lived in Miami, you know it's not very exciting to walk in Miami, because number one, you can get heat stroke because of the humidity and it's so hot. Number two, the traffic. So you're kind of stuck. So in the Camino, every day changes, the path changes, the view changes, the people change. But more than anything, it's not so much that. It's that you are really looking within yourself and you see yourself as you really are, maybe not who you portray to be or what other people want you to be. When you're in the Camino, you are really yourself. And another girl, Amy, I watch your videos a lot. Amy, and there was another girl, Samantha from Canada, said something that's very true. When you're on the Camino, nobody asks you, oh, what do you do for a living? Nobody cares. Everybody asks, why are you doing the Camino? That's the number one question on the Camino. Why are you doing the Camino? And everybody has a different reason. Everybody has a different story. Sometimes it's religious, sometimes it's spiritual, sometimes it's because someone lost someone in their family, family member. It's a heartache, it's a breakup, it's a divorce, and many reasons, and they're all valid, right? But I will tell you one thing. When you do the Camino, you will never be the same again, and you will not come back the same. Because even if you don't open your heart 100%, you're going to change. It doesn't mean that you're going to become more religious or more spiritual. Everybody's different, and everybody receives something different from the Camino. But if you're spiritual and you're religious, well, you better believe that you're going to receive many gifts, you know, having to do in the realm of religion and the realm of spirituality. If you're not any one of those and you're just going for a hike or some alone time, you will receive something too. Everybody does. And I cannot think that a person does the Camino and they come back the same. I think that is impossible. And if anyone tells you that, they're really lying to themselves, because it is impossible. Imagine, we only spent almost 9 days walking. That's nothing. When you do the whole Camino, you're walking anywhere between 33 to 36 days, right? So if you're walking for 33 or 36 days, your whole objective is to get up in the morning, start walking, you eat, you rest, and then you do it all over again, day after day and day after day, whether it's sunny, whether it's rainy, whether it's windy, whether it's cold, whether it's cloudy, whether it's foggy, whether you're walking by yourself or walking with your best friend or your sister or your brother or your mom or your dad or your husband or your wife, a friend or a bunch of friends, or if you're walking by yourself. Your sole purpose is to get up in the morning, feed your body, to give you strength and energy to walk anywhere between 20 to 30 kilometers a day. That is your objective, and to stay safe, obviously. So when you come back, all of a sudden that's gone. You're not walking anymore. You're not meeting different people anymore. You go back into your cave, your home. You get to work. You come home after work, and like most people, you stay in your house and you don't go back out again until the next day. Okay? And we weren't created for that. We were created to be with people, to socialize, to move around, to move about. But instead, we've become a society that we're glued to the TV, movies, all technology, whether it be our phones, our iPads, our iPods, Netflix, YouTube, Facebook, whatever it is. And I find myself doing that too. I'm actually watching less TV, but I'm watching more YouTube. But what am I watching? I'm watching other people's videos from the Camino, because I want to be fed with the experiences that they are going through just recently, so that I get their perspective and I think about what we experience, and that gives me, wow, the motivation to say, I gotta do the Camino again. And really, I hope and pray that my little sister and I can one day do the whole Camino from France all the way to Spain, so that we can really experience what it's like to be out there for 33 to 36 days. There's a young man, Efren Gonzalez, who I've been watching his videos before we went on the Camino, and I want to give him a heads up and thank him for all his videos, because it really helped me prepare to what we were going to see and expect. So thank you, Efren, for your amazing videos. They're like the top notch up there, and your drone shots are amazing, and I really enjoy them. And he's doing actually, or finished doing a pilgrimage now, which I'm not even going to attempt to say because I'm going to mess up the pronunciation, but it is a pilgrimage of 2,000 kilometers from Canterbury, England, all the way to Italy, to Rome. So I'm watching his videos now. I'm only on video number 3, so keep it up, Efren. I love how you're educating all us on being better pilgrims. So let me pause this for a second because I can only take short videos and then connect them afterwards. So give me a second. So getting back to what we were talking about, no one that goes on the Camino will come back the same. I'm praying that comes back a better person, a more understanding person, a more patient person, and a person that will take the time and look at the beauty all around that God has created for us. Because we do take it for granted. Since I work with little kids too, you'll see a 2 and a 3-year-old child stop as they're walking with their parents, and their parents are just like tugging them along and like pulling on their arm gently, like, come on, let's keep going. Why are you stopping? The child has stopped maybe because it saw a little ant on the sidewalk, or maybe saw a little flower, and is fascinated and will bend down, get close enough to get a closer look, and can stay there for minutes just looking at this creature or flower, while the parents are yanking at their arm gently to hurry them up because they've got somewhere to go. We need to go back and be that child and look at everything like if we're seeing it for the first time. You know, guys, life is short. We don't know how much time we have here, and we're always in such a rush that we don't take the time to look at the beauty around us. And sometimes it takes a journey, like the pilgrimage or the hike, depending what you want to call it. For me, it was a pilgrimage of the Camino, to really, really, really take a step back, smell the flowers, look at the trees, look at the creatures that are crawling, from little slugs to butterflies flying in front of you. Like, here I am, look at me. So what have I learned? I think to appreciate life and appreciate the people in your life, to give thanks to God for all your gifts every day, whether you have a good day or whether you have a bad day, and not to set any limitations on yourself. People put limitations on us, but God doesn't. It is incredible what we are capable of, and God proved that to me during this pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela. There was a moment, as I've told you before, that I didn't think I was going to be able to keep going, or that I was going to make it, you know. And that was the first day of our hike, of our pilgrimage. It was so demanding on my body, a body that's not used to what we were confronting on the Camino. But God, in His infinite wisdom, put in my life my little sister, who accompanied me, and because of her wisdom, her patience, her love, right? And because she had been through so much this past year, not knowing whether she would make it on this pilgrimage. Most of you know, those that know me, that she lost her husband this past December, tragically, in an airplane accident. So if there's anyone between us two that had challenges this year for this pilgrimage, it was her. But she had the strength, right, and the vision, and the passion, and the faith that we were going to finish this journey together. And she, and through the mercy of God, helped me get on my feet again. She nurtured me, took care of me, and then the next day, it was like it had not happened at all. I was myself again. And it was an adventure, a beautiful, beautiful adventure filled with God's graces. And every day, believe it or not, we received miracles from our Lord. Some of them were small, and some of them were huge. But at the end, right now, as I'm here back home, going into the 3rd month of returning from Buen Camino, I will tell you that I yearn to be back. I cannot deny that. And that is really all I think about. And I feel that St. James or Santiago is calling me to go back. And this time, will it be a different journey? Absolutely. Absolutely. When will we make that journey? I don't know. But I'm praying that God gives us the opportunity and the gift that Maricelita and I can go again. Maybe the first time we go back, it might be a shorter route. Maybe we go through Portugal. And then when both of us are not working anymore, because she's a teacher too, we can do the whole Camino, the whole route, and take our time without being rushed. So if you're out there thinking about, can I do it? Of course you can. Is it going to be hard? Yes, absolutely. But it is so worth it. It is so worth it. So thank you for putting up with all my talking. But I just wanted to catch everybody up with where I am right now. I am on my summer break. But I encourage you, and I will pray for you, that if you feel that God is calling you, or interiorly you're being called to go on this pilgrimage to Santiago de Compostela, don't hesitate and do it. You will never regret it. Bueno, love you all, and Buen Camino. Keep traveling, keep going towards the light, and keep close to Jesus always.